Well, this is going back in time a little bit, isn't it? Hidden Fates Stained Glass Bird Trio, the promo that comes inside the Hidden Fates Elite Trainer Box. Is this the next victim of scalping? We're going to answer that question today, along with a couple of others. And, you know, when it comes to both the Stained Glass Bird Trio, the promo inside the Elite Trainer Box, and the Hidden Fates Elite Trainer Box, I think there's a fair bit we can take out of what's happening with Hidden Fates and what's happened across the journey of Hidden Fates from its inception back in 2019 through to now. It is a 6-year-old set. It's a phenomenal Pokemon card set. It had multiple reprints, and I think there's a fair bit we can learn from both the single, that promo, we'll touch on that briefly, and also the Elite Trainer Box. So that's what we're going to discuss in that video, and we can use some of that knowledge from this set to transfer it to more modern sets. And you know me, I love my sealed Pokemon card investing, so this was Hidden Fates, that is, one of the first Pokemon card sets that I bought multiple of back in, it would have been the end of 2019 or early 2020. Look, early 2020 was difficult in Pokemon card world when COVID was starting to take off and supply was becoming difficult. Buying Hidden Fates wasn't all that easy. Like, it was abundant, but it was dear. Compared to what it should be. And I bought 6 Elite Trainer Boxes, and look, I would have paid roughly bang on, somewhere around $100 US. And, current pricing is about what, 360, 370 US, which we'll get into down the track. But it was the first set that I sort of, I bought 6 Elite Trainer Boxes and a few tins to go with it, the Charizard, the Raichu, and the Gyarados tin. And I thought, this is a really, really good Pokemon card set and it's worth investing in. So before we delve into more of that, let's talk about this stained glass bird. It seems to be, the commentary around it, that it's the next card getting absolute pumped to the moon. And as we can see from this graph here, it's gone from $16, back in 2021, up to $115 US now. This, listings are sitting around $120. And if we look on TCG Player, it's like, look, I don't follow singles close enough. And look, I shouldn't say I don't care, because I do to a degree, but I also don't on the other hand. Like, well and good. Like, if this card deserves to be $120, fantastic. If it shouldn't be a $120 card, the market will decide. If the market needs to correct itself on this card, it will correct itself. If it's going to come back to $50 US, it's going to come back to $50 US. I don't think it's ever going to be a $16 US card again. But, this question about, is this card being manipulated? At the start of 2025, we could see lots of cards clearly being manipulated, and they were clearly that for a very specific reason. If they were averaging daily sales of 6 daily sales or 15 daily sales or 8 daily sales or whatever the daily sales might have been on average across the last few months, and then all of a sudden they've got 70 daily sales, 80 daily sales, 140 daily sales, and we get this massive spike in purchasing, massive spike in demand, then we see a massive uptick in the price of the card. And it's clearly being manipulated. On this card though, off TCG Player, just as an example, does it seem that way? Does it seem like it's being manipulated? Does it seem overpriced? And look, to say that I shouldn't care or I don't care is maybe not true, but on one hand, it doesn't really bother me. I think what bothers me more, or what's more important about what's happening to the Stained Bird Trio from my perspective, is what we can take from both the promo and the sealed product, and that's what I'm about to jump into. So when it comes to Hidden Fates was a good Pokemon card set, and I realized that back in 2020, like late 2019, early 2020, when I started investing in it. And if you look at the main set, look, there's not many chasers inside there, and total set value for the main set is only just under $200 US. But don't forget, the icing on the cake here is that shiny vault. There's the Jesse James trainer card inside there in the main set, and we've got a few of the original birds inside there, the Moltres, Zapdos, Articuno. There's a few examples of that. Rainbow version, full art version, etc., ultra rare version. But when we jump into the shiny vault, that's where the magic happens. We've got a very, very expensive shiny Charizard. There's shiny Umbreon, so you have the full art shinies and then also the baby shinies inside there. There was a massive shiny vault, and total set value for the shiny vault is $2,204. Now, not only was the Charizard Raw a very expensive card, as a PSA 10, it was very expensive. And on top of that, as a Beckett Black Label, a BGS Black Label, it was incredibly expensive. There were some very, very expensive sales for this card around mid-2020, late 2020, early 2021, when COVID was taking off and Pokemon cards were going to the absolute moon. These were going for very, very expensive prices in PSA 10 quality. So total set value for the whole set is $2,401. Now, Hidden Fates is a bit of a funny one, and this is what I mean by this is what we can take out of it. So if we look at Hidden Fates across its journey, it had multiple reprints. It is not a short printed set in any word of the imagination. It was printed to demand. It was continually printed, stocked in vending machines across the US. It was here, there, or everywhere. It was never overly cheap, but every time it started to rise in price a little bit, it seemed a reprint came and it smacked it back down. And then it would rise in price again and a reprint would come and it smacked it back down. And if we look at the PSA population of this set, it is massive. It has a really big PSA population. There are so many graded cards from Hidden Fates. So many of that Shiny Vault is graded. So many of those stained glass trio birds are graded. It is graded to the absolute moon, Hidden Fates. Not only that, it was printed to the absolute moon. And what do you know? Funnily enough, it's finally getting its time in the sun. So the Elite Trainer Box, price-wise, has gone, and this is in the last 12 months alone, it has doubled in the last 12 months. It has gone from like $170 to over $370 in the last 12 months alone. So what does it tell us? What can we take from that? If a Pokemon card set is good enough, this is what I take from it. If a Pokemon card set is good enough, as in good enough chase cards, the grading play when it comes to the main chase card or even maybe the top 2 or 3 chase cards being expensive PSA 10s, so good chase cards, popular Pokemon, grading play inside there, and then as a sealed product, given the added benefit of the promo, so going back to that stained glass bird trio, a good promo inside there, because if you've listened to my channel before, I talk quite strongly about the fact that a sealed product, if it's a collection box or something, it needs to have good pack selection and good promo. And the same goes for Elite Trainer boxes. Hidden Fates has good pack selection because it's a good set. And it's also got a good promo inside there. So all those things combined, it shows us that if a Pokemon card set has those fundamentals, even if it gets continually reprinted across the course in some cases of like 2.5 years, as this Pokemon card set had, and even each time it squashes the price, eventually it's, you know, once it's fully out of rotation, once this set starts to age, we can see that finally it'll get its time in the sun. And the last 12 months it's had that. So this market manipulation, so to speak, of the single, I mean, is that happening? Maybe, possibly, probably. The data on TCG Player wouldn't strongly support that. Like, it wouldn't strongly say, okay, we've had 40 sales in the last couple of days, whereas prior to that we're having 3 or 4 sales a day. It's not like it doesn't look like they're being bought out. Is there some manipulation going? Don't know. Like, at the end of the day, like I said, I don't care that much. What I care about is the fundamentals of this Pokemon card set and what we can take out of it. So if we transfer that onto the latest Fates set from Scarlet and Violet era, because here's the kicker, right? It's going to be very hard to invest in Hidden Fates now. Look, it's probably not going to get any cheaper. Maybe if that stained glass bird takes a dive, maybe the Elite Trainer Box will take a small correction in price based on, really you're looking at the pack selection inside there, a cost of each individual pack, because one booster box is going for like $36 now. So you're looking at the packs plus the promo, and that sort of adds up to the total value of that Elite Trainer Box. So maybe if the stained glass bird takes a dip, we might see a small dip in the Elite Trainer Box price. But overall, across time, it doesn't look like this Elite Trainer Box is getting any cheaper. Like, it's probably on the trajectory up. Before we know, it's probably going to be a $500 US Elite Trainer Box. It is a very solid Pokemon card set, and it deserves to be the price that it deserves. As more and more gets opened, more and more packs get streamed and ripped and everything else in between, it's going to become its own collectible in its own right. And that's where it's heading. It's already eclipsed $300 US. It'll soon eclipse, in my opinion, $400 US, and it'll make its way to $500 US. But the big thing is, right, to get from 366 to double in price to get to 732, there's a fair bit of work in between that space. And you might go, well, hold on, something like a Paldean Fates, that might be easier or quicker to double in price because it's got a lower entry point price. And this is where we can take from it. So Paldean Fates is the new Fates. Is it as good as Hidden Fates? Not sure. Is it as good as or better than Shining Fates? Well, most definitely. There's no argument there. If you compare the two, so Paldean Fates versus Hidden Fates, you look at the top chase card, the Charizard beats the Mew. You look at the second chase card, the Umbreon beats the Charizard from Paldean Fates. So top chase cards, it looks like Hidden Fates has that in the bag at the moment, but that's not to say these cards from Paldean Fates can't get any more expensive. There's nothing to say that the Bubble Mew doesn't become a $400 or $500 raw card. There's nothing to say that the Charizard from Paldean Fates doesn't become a $300 or $400 raw card as time goes by. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it could. And as a result, we could see upticks in the price of the Elite Trainer Box. If we look at the promo inside Paldean Fates, the Mimikyu, is it as good as that Stained Glass Bird Trio? No, I don't think so. That Stained Glass Bird Trio is very, very unique. It's sat around a very low price for a very long time, mind you. Like it was $10 to $15 for quite some time back in 2019 and 2020. Like it was everywhere because these Elite Trainer Boxes are everywhere. They're getting ripped open. Everyone was loving to rip open Hidden Fates, chasing the Zard, chasing the Umbreon. Everyone wanted to grade that Charizard in a hope of getting a PSA 10 or a BGS 10. Like it was getting ripped like crazy. So these promos were dime a dozen. They were everywhere. Mimikyu, not quite as good. So I don't think you can make a direct comparison between Paldean Fates and Hidden Fates. I think Hidden Fates is the better Pokemon card set. How much better? Look, I don't think there's light years between them, but I think there's a little bit of a gap. Paldean Fates is still a strong Pokemon card set. So if you're looking to invest for argument's sake, Paldean Fates isn't a bad option. Will Paldean Fates double in price quicker than Hidden Fates will? I mean, that's another question. If it gets reprinted or there's more waves of it come out, that could squash the price back down. Long story short though, Paldean Fates will probably do something similar to what Hidden Fates has done. Even if it sits around the, $100, $120 Elite Trainer Box price for some time, maybe for the next year, maybe for the next 18 months. Eventually, as time goes by, this will eventually become a $300 Elite Trainer Box. It just will. It's not a terrible Pokemon card set in any stretch of the imagination. In fact, it's quite good. And more than that, it's super, super fun to open. The pull rates inside this, based on getting the special illustration rares, based on getting the baby shinies, the full art trainers, etc. There's over a 50% hit rate from opening a pack. So every second pack, you're going to get something. In fact, if you open 10 packs, you're going to get near on 6 hits. Like, how fun is that from opening an Elite Trainer Box? So there you go. There's some things that I think we can take from Hidden Fates, learn from maybe the market manipulation that's happening with that Stained Glass Bird Trio, and how we can transfer that maybe onto a more modern set, which is a bit more readily available and a bit more price available. Now, before we sign off on this video, I want to give a shout out to the Collector app, which is of course today's video sponsor. It's across the top here. All the data you saw in this video is straight off the Collector app. You can see how easy it is to click on the set analytics, see total set value. The guidance that gives us for a Pokemon card set is really, really valuable. Speaking of that, at the moment, Paldean Fates total set value is $1,240, which you probably saw up there. So there we have it. Hidden Fates versus Paldean Fates, easy. I think both of them, Hidden Fates is still investable, and Paldean Fates, if you want a lower price point, is also still investable. So there we go. That'll do us. I'm Michael. This is Pokeologist. Catch everyone next time.